Hi, I'm going to be walking you through how I comb my hair, and I have soaking wet hair right now, and I'm going to apply some products and brush it out. I'm going to be using this brush right here. It doesn't have a name, but if you screenshot it and search for it, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. This is good because it's hygienic. It's a plastic that is cleanable, and this part in the back pops off as well. It did have two pieces that unfortunately have been misplaced, and I haven't been able to find it, but that was supposed to be separators to sort of brush through. So I'm just going to use that to sort of rake through my hair. I'm also going to use this wide tooth comb, and I'm just going to split my hair roughly in half and have half up and half down. Or excuse me, well, yes, half up and half down, because half is going to be, that is a lot of hair. Half is going to be up, just to try to preserve as much water as we can in the hair while the other is being brushed out. So I'm just going to loosely tie this side up. And then just brush out this side of my hair. I actually am going to add a little bit more water to it. This is just water in here. It used to have leave-in, but I'm just going to spray my hair with water. Until that is more distributed. And kind of finger comb a little bit. Actually, I think I need to do my hair in 4 parts because it'll be easier. So I'm just going to actually twist the front part up into a little Bantu knot in the meantime. And work more in sections. And I just have a towel, a microfiber towel, to help soak up some of the water that doesn't make it on my hair or doesn't soak into my hair. And I'm just brushing, kind of starting at the bottom and then going towards the top part of my hair. And then I'm going to add this, I think you say Savile, I'm not sure, Savile, and it says Rizos Hidratados, excuse me. And it says that it has fragrance that lasts 24 hours, which is a bonus when you can have fragrance lasting in your hair for a long time. And I do smell it. It smells calming and subtle. I'm just going to comb that through my hair. I'm kind of using a lot. I feel like my hair needs it. It is a little dehydrated. So far I can feel that my hair is softening up. This is advertised to use as a, it says gently massage into wet hair, lather and rinse thoroughly. Since I need the extra hydration, and it was advertised by my mom, who's a hairstylist, who said that you can go ahead and leave this as a leave-in. So I'm going to do that since my hair type is a little bit drier. So I feel like you can already tell the difference with it. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on my ends and just really try to get each strand to where it gets soaked in. And I have different textures throughout my hair, so this part right here in the back is always a little bit more kinky and curly, so I'm gonna pay special attention to that too and just comb through that. And again, applying a little bit more because that's what happens when you have different textures. But I can already feel my hair is hydrated. It's a little heavier. The curls are starting to form, the waves are starting to form. And I'm just gonna go ahead and twist my hair up into a Bantu knot. I think that's what it's called. But before I knew it was called anything, I just, twisted it. I think that it's a Bantu knot when it's more of a actual style and like you do it to actually wear it like that. So I'm not really sure the steps that go into that. This front part of my hair is a different texture than the back part of my hair. This part is a little looser. I have no idea how that happens, but this is gonna need a lot less hair product. I'm just gonna go ahead and finger comb that through my hair. And again, on these edges in the front, pay special care and add a little bit more hydration because it can get dry in that area, and I want to add a little bit more hydration. So this specifically says that it is to, you see this part back here is short, it's coming out of the little bun. I'm gonna just put her back. There. I'm going to try to see if I can use some more products to get some more length on my hair. Right now, when it dries, it's going to be shorter, but it is about right here. So I'm going to be using different products to enhance that. However, when it comes to hair, it's not just about what you put on topically, even though it is going inside of the cuticle and your scalp and all of that. It also matters diet and what kind of vitamins and minerals you take in. So if I am able to find any specific vitamins that help with hair growth, I want to share that too. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie this up. Actually, I'm going to wet everything first and then I'm going to tie it up. So this is a lot more voluminous than when I added the product. The product sort of tames it a little, which there's nothing wrong with having a little bit more volume, but sometimes I want my curls to form a little bit more and I just want a more hydrated look. So it just depends. I feel like when you have curly hair, you never know. Well, I still haven't found the perfect routine for it to turn out the same every single time. I just try to sort of get a good basis for what I'm going for, and then my hair does its thing. The hair changes throughout time too. I'm in my 30s now and my hair is different than when I was a little bit younger, and it's going to continue changing. So that means changing the products that I use and changing how I take care of my hair, taking time to hydrate and to give it the extra care that it needs. So I'm just going to brush out the front part this time and then the back part, whichever way that you can do it that it works for you. I find that for my type of hair, sometimes it takes a little bit more care and time. A little bit more care and time to really get the results that I want. So in the front, it's going to be a little bit easier to brush it out because of the fact that it is a different texture. And you can see that it's a little bit more looser curls. But with the method I'm doing now, I'm working on trying to make it as even as possible and then just letting my hair do its thing from there. Going to going to take a little bit more. I'm actually going to split this more times because I feel like it needs it. More sections, you get better results. That way it can be a little bit tedious, but I feel like in the end it's a little bit more worth it. And the style will last a lot longer that way. So I'm starting from the bottom. When I can, I try to start from the bottom and then brush upward. That way I am getting any knots out from all the way through. The other part fell off. I'm just gonna add that too. And since the other part is brushed out, it should be a little bit better. And then when brushing with my fingers, brushing everything together. Split it more in half. Twist. However. That one. Okay. I'm just taking a lot more because I'm gonna need it for the back part, and focusing on distributing it everywhere. I focus on the middle part of my hair first and then go up and down. So it's kind of opposite when you're brushing. I start distributing the product from the middle to the ends, and when I brush from the ends to the middle. It's a little different, and then adding in a little bit on the front part, focusing again on the edge part. And the back part of my hair too. Go this one. I'm just gonna let these go and then combine it together from the back part of my head as easily as I can. This is the time where I carefully go from the top down because I want to combine the back parts together. But it's already detangled, so the main work has been done already. And then just working that through. Since the product is in there, my hair has gotten a little heavier, but it's soft. It's not as, I guess, dry as it was before. And then I just like to work the products through my hair with my fingertips, brushing and brushing and brushing. Is this how Rapunzel feels or something? Brushing. Her hair. You also want to decide if you want to keep the part or not. I don't want the part right now, so I'm just going to brush that part out too and carefully just incorporate it. You could also brush it out without having the middle part in them, and if you wanted to, and not splitting it in half. But I just find that this works better for me. Okay, lastly, I'm going to add a little bit in the back part again. And the front part. I'm going to start sort of scrunching it. Okay, now I'm going to add some sort of sculpting product. I'm using the Paul Mitchell. Actually, I did have a little bit of shedding, which I feel like is normal for me with curly hair. Sometimes it's a little bit less, it depends how often I wash my hair. But I'm using the Paul Mitchell Flexible Style Hair Sculpting Lotion. It has lasting control and extreme shine. The direction says to protect clothing prior to application, apply a small amount to clean damp hair, and to style as desired. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. That was a different consistency than I thought it was gonna be. It's like very thin, and okay, let me see if I can show you. It's like very liquidy. Makes it very different. Okay, so I'm gonna actually change the method of how I apply that because of the texture that is on there. So I'm just going to pour it into my hands and then scrunch it into my hair instead of rubbing it in. Sometimes I find that if it's a thinner viscosity, that it's a little bit harder to apply, especially if you want to evenly distribute it. But I'm just doing the best I can to get it on every strand. And then I'm gonna flip to the other side. And put a little part. Okay, now I'm just gonna kind of flip my hair around, close off this, and sort of flip my hair. And scrunch a little bit more and add a little bit more on this angle. And then do that. The last step is going to be either air drying it or diffusing it. This time I'm going to use a diffuser to sort of speed up the drying process. I'm just wiping off the flexible style hair, any remainder that I have of the flexible style hair sculpting lotion, and the Savile Rizos Hidratados. Rizos Hidratados in my hair. That is actually the second bottle that I'm using of this, so this was the original one, and it actually works really well. It makes my curls really hydrated and nice looking, and I like that. You can see that the curls are already starting to form, and my curl pattern sometimes is a little bit more wavy, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the blow dryer. I'm using the Conair Infinity Pro blow dryer. I kind of messed it up. I was trying to do something, but it's okay, it still works. And then I have this diffusing attachment that I got from Amazon, and it holds a decent amount of hair, and it's also adjustable. I have some hair. Normally I would do this in the bathroom, but I wanted to show you how I do my curl care routine, and I'm not wearing makeup or anything like that right now, but I just wanted the focus to be on the hair. And I use this blue. It is from Hairy Zone. Okay, Harry is interesting. Not like Harry Potter though. That would be interesting. So it has this attachable unit, and you just open it. That would be cool if it was Harry Potter. Okay. Hot, or actually warm, I mean high. And I'm just picking up a little bit of hair and pushing upward. You could feel the cool air coming out from here. I normally do like to air dry, but wanting to speed up the process, I'm doing this, and it actually has already dried it a pretty decent amount, especially starting at my ends, and it still feels very voluminous, and just it seems like each strand is coated very well. feels like it's been a long time since I've been able to achieve my hair this voluminous. I do have some shrinkage, but it's not as much with these products. And my hair it feels about 80% dry now. I'm just going to let the other 20% dry like that. And yeah, I do have more texture over here, but that's okay. I normally like a side part when I do my hair curly, and that is my curly hair routine using 2 products. These 2 right